أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah to all the students. I welcome you to another G3 Hifz-ul-Qur'an course. Today we would be recapping and revising Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 15 to 17. So before we start, I would like to remind you that it was announced last week that students should send in their Hifz recordings if you haven't recited Surah Al-Fatiha and the last 5 chapters from An-Nasr to An-Nas in the class. This week, we will only be listening to Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Al-Fil to Al-Kafirun. You can also send recordings of other surahs to our email address, which is written on the screen, g3hifz@gmail.com. Email subject should be Hifz recording and student ID should be clearly mentioned in the email. So let's start our class with the recitation of the Holy Qur'an. Can I request the support teacher to please pick a student for that? Jazakillah.
Can we try AG3102?
AG3102, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Can you recite the following verse with English translation?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. Our Lord, accept from us, for you are all hearing, all knowing. Al-Baqarah, verse 128.
Jazakallah, well done, mashallah.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. So I will quickly go over the class etiquettes. I hope all students have done their ablution, are wearing clean clothes, have head covering, and are in a quiet place with your parents, and have entered the class with the correct ID. So as I told you before, today we will be focusing on Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 15 to 17. Now I will play the audio file of it, and I want all the students to recite along with it. So let me share my screen first.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. I can't hear the audio.
Okay, let me try again. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Okay, let me just play it again.
وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ
وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ
وَإِذَا لَقُوا الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون
الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون
أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين
أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Okay, that concludes the audio recording. So let me share my screen again. Okay, so now we are going to practice the Surah Al-Baqarah. And now can I request the support teacher to please pick a student for that?
Yes. Can we try NG3 101?
NG3 101.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you recite Surah Al-Baqarah for me with Awaz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Miss, I start from here.
Yes, from here.
وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون.
Okay. Jazakallah, just few corrections that here it's amanna. We are joining the mim and noon.
آمنا
Yes, and here as well, wa iza khalaw.
إذا خلوا
Yes, so can you recite it again from the start?
وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا قالوا
No. Wa iza khalaw.
وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون.
Yes. And the next verse?
الله يستهزئ بهم
Can you start again? It's Allahu. Here.
الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون. أولئك الذين نشتروا الضلالة
Huda.
بالهدى
Yes.
فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Okay, Jazakallah. It's quite a long verse, so well done for trying. I would just like to tell you here that we have a Allah. So we have to recite it thick. Here. Do you know the reason why we recite it thick? I mean, do you remember or do you know this?
Is there any exceptions in the word Allah?
Yes, so before Allah, if the word, it carries a fatha. So here you can see the alif. Alif carries a fatha. So when it's joining with Allah, so we are going to pronounce it tik. And if it carried a kasra, then we would pronounce it tik, illa. I mean, tin, sorry. If it carries a kasra, then we pronounce it tin. If it carries a dhamma or fatha, here it has a fatha. So we are going to be pronouncing it tik. Allahu.
Allahu.
Yes, so well done. Jazakallah. Can I have another student, please?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes. Can we try AG3053?
AG3053. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you recite for me Surah Al-Baqarah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون.
And this verse also?
الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون.
It is طغيانهم.
طغيانهم يعمهون. أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Okay. Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. You recited well. I would like to ask you here that do you know what type of mud this is?
المد الصغير.
Yes, well done. So for how long do we prolong it for?
3 to 5 seconds.
Yes, well done. Jazakallah. Can I have one last student for Surah Al-Baqarah?
Yes. Can we try NG3045?
NG3045. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you recite the Surah Al-Baqarah for me?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون. الله بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done for trying. I would just like to highlight here that we have a ta. It carries a fatha, so we shouldn't prolong it for more than 1 second. So make sure that we do not prolong any fatha dama kasra. So can you recite it again from allazi?
الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى.
Okay, that's fine. Jazakallah. So now we will be moving on to listing the hifz. The breakout rooms are open now. Let me just check. Okay, yes. So the breakout rooms are all open now, and students who received the invitation to please kindly click on join. So now can I request the support teacher to please pick a student to recite his hifz?
Yes. Can we try NG3075?
NG3075. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you have not recited?
Surat Quraysh.
Okay, Surah Quraysh. So can you recite it for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف ألم تر
It's li ilafi Quraysh.
Yes, Leela.
Leela, my mom forgot.
It's okay.
لإلاف قريش إلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي
أطعمهم
أطعمهم
من جوع
من جوع
آمنهم.
وأمنهم
It's okay. Let's look at the surah together. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so the last verse you can see here. Can you
Yeah.
recite it by looking at the screen?
الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay, well done for trying, mashallah. So I want you to practice Surah Al-Quraysh again at home to improve in your hifz. Just one thing I would like to ask you is that we have a stroke here. Can you see?
Yes.
Do you know what type of mud this is?
مد كبير.
Yes. So for how long do we prolong it for?
4 seconds.
It's around 5 to 6 seconds. It's a big madul kabir, so we have to prolong it for around 5 to 6 seconds. Can you recite it from here again?
إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
Okay, prolong it a bit more because, okay, can you do it again?
Okay. إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
Yes, perfect. Well done. Also here we have a ayn. When you were reciting this verse, I couldn't see you pronouncing it from your throat. So we have to make sure that ayn is pronounced from our throat. Can you recite it again from allazi?
Okay. الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Well done, mashallah. That was a perfect ayn sound. So keep practicing this rule, the ayn and the madul kabir and your hifz of Surah Al-Qur'an. Okay? Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can I request for another student, please?
Yes, can we try NG3080?
NG3080. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you would like to recite for me?
Can I recite Surah Nasr?
You can send the recording of that, as I said before.
Okay.
Do you know Surah Al-Kafirun?
Yes.
Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun?
Yes.
Okay, so can you recite it for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay, Jazakillah. Well done, mashallah. Your hifz was very nice and your tajweed was also good. So let's look at some rules we can learn to improve our hifz. I have highlighted here this noon sakin. What rule is applied here? Do you remember?
We make a kind of nasal sound.
Yes, that's right. And do you know the reason why we make nasal sound?
No.
Because the next word is ta. So ta is not a haruful halki. So that's why we make a nasal sound.
Okay.
Let me show it to you here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So these are the 6 letters of haruful halki, or we call it haruful izhar. So if these letters come after noon sakin, then we do not do nasal sound. However, here you did nasal sound, which was excellent, mashallah. And for how long do we do the nasal sound for?
Is it for 2 seconds?
Yes, that's right. Well done. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can I have another student, please?
Yes, can we try NG3079?
NG3079. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Which surah are you going to recite for me?
Surah place.
Surah Quraysh. Okay, so can you start it with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Li'ilafi Quraish.
إيلافهم
Ilafihin ilafi Quraish.
إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء
Ilahin lishalashitaila.
Have you forgotten it? It's,
Yeah,
it's okay. Well done for trying. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
yeah.
Okay, so can you recite it again from the start?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Li'ilafi Quraish. إيلافهم ليلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. جزاك الله.
Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. I would like to ask you that do you know Surah Al-Kawthar? Inna a'tayna?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you recite it for me by heart?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أرأيت
Inna
الذي
a'tayna?
إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. You recited very well. I think I shared my screen earlier, so that's fine. Well done. I want you to practice Surah Al-Quraysh at home, okay? Can you tell me how old are you?
5.
You're 5. Mashallah. Well done. I really liked your recitations. So keep practicing at home, okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah. Can I request for another student, please?
Yes, can we try NG3 092?
And G3092. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah are you going to recite for me?
I don't know.
Okay, do you know Surah Al-Kafirun? Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun?
No.
You don't know. Okay. Do you know Surah Al-Quraysh? Li ilafi Quraysh?
No.
You don't know. Okay. Surah Al-Fil. You don't know any of these? Surah Al-Fil? Alam?
No.
Okay. Do you know Surah Al-Kawthar? Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar?
Yes.
Okay. So can you recite it for me with Tawaz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. جزاك الله.
Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. Your hifz was excellent and your tajweed was also very nice. So let's look at some points we can learn together. Can you see here, this aleph, it carries a mud. Do you know what type of mud this is?
Batu Sabir.
Yes, well done. So for how long do we prolong it for?
3 to 5 seconds.
Yes, 3 to 4 seconds. So well done. You pronounce it really well. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can I request for another student?
Yes, can we try NG3083?
NG3083. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Can you tell me which surah you're going to recite for me? Do you know Surah Quraysh? Okay. So can you recite it for me with Dawaz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإلاف قريش إلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. So, can you recite the last verse again as you recite it a bit fast? So make sure that you follow all the rules from Allazi.
الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Yes, well done. Also, I would like to ask you this question. Do you know what type of mud this is here? Can you see the alif? It carries a mud.
Yes.
Do you know what type of? Is it maddul saghir or maddul kabir?
مد الصغير.
No, this is al maddul kabir. It's a big mud. So, do you remember how long do we prolong it for? You don't? You prolong this for around 5 to 6 seconds. So we have to make sure that wherever we find this mud, we have to prolong it. So, and here as well, we can see the alif here. The alif carries a stroke. Do you know what type of stroke this is? Do you remember or no? It's okay. So this is a vertical kasra or ishbaya kasra. So do you remember how long do we prolong it for? If we prolong, yes, that's right, 2 seconds. So we find it. Here we have a vertical fatha. So we have to prolong these two for around 2 seconds. So can you recite this verse again from here? From ilafihim.
إلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
Okay, that's better. So make sure that we prolong this for more than 4 seconds. So we keep practicing this at home and also the ishbaya strokes, okay? Jazakallah.
Okay. Nafis.
Allah Hafiz. Can I request for another student?
Yes, can we try NG3098?
NG3098. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Which surah are you going to recite for me?
Can I write Surah Nas?
An-Nas. So that surah, can you send your recording in the email? Did you listen to it that I told to send that recording? So you can record it at home and send it to our email address. Do you have it with you, the email address?
Yes.
Or do you want me to tell you? It is G3 Hifz, HIFZ, at gmail.com. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so send your recording and inshallah we'll be in touch with you. So, do you know by any chance Surah Al-Kafirun?
Yes.
Okay, so can you recite it with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أن ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay, Jazakallah, well done. So let's look at some rules we can practice together. Lakum dinukum walyadin. So I think you pronounce the wa with dhamma. So can you recite it again?
لكم دينكم ولي
Deen.
دين.
Yes, well done. Also here, we have a noon sakin. Do you know what type of rule we apply here?
2 seconds.
Yes, what do we do here in the noon?
We put it in we keep it in our mouth.
Yes, so we do nasal sound here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 2 seconds, can you recite it again from here? Wala.
ولا أنتم.
Yeah, we do not prolong the tum. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
That's a bit better. And just keep in mind that it's important that we do not prolong fatha dhamma kasra.
Yeah.
You just prolonged a bit this noon, so make sure we do not do that.
Yeah, I
Also,
accidentally did it because I was accidentally did it because I was looking at the meme.
oh, it's okay. Also, we have a vowel sakin. Do you know what type of rule applies here? What type of vowel is it?
Do you prolong it for 2 seconds?
Yes. So the wow here is acting as huruful mad because the letter before it carries a dhamma. So we prolong it for 2 seconds. So can you recite this verse again by following this rule?
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
Yes, well done, mashallah. That's perfect. So keep revising the surah by applying all the rules, okay?
Okay.
Jazakallah. Can I request for another student, please?
Yes, can we try AG3076?
AG3076.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you're going to recite for me?
An-Nasr.
An-Nasr. So, can you send the recording of An-Nasr in our email address?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the email address?
Yep. G3hifz@gmail.com.
Yes, that's perfect. So send your recording in that email and we will be in touch with you. Do you know Surah Al-Kafirun?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you recite it for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
This student has already recited Surah Al-Kafirun, so if you
Okay.
can try.
All right, so can you, which surah would you like to recite for me then?
Is Al-Baqarah verses 1 to 4 okay?
Yep, that's fine. So can you recite it for me with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. You recited very well. So I would like to ask you here, let me just highlight this. We have a qa here. Do you know what type of letter this is?
Yep, a 6 letter.
Yes, so we have to pronounce it thick. So can you repeat it again for me from here for fi?
فيه هدى للمتقين.
Yes, well done. Also here we have a vowel, sakin. Do you know what type of rule applies here in the vowel?
Elongation,
Yes, and for how long?
2 seconds.
Yes, well done. Can you recite it from وَمِمَّا?
ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Well done. You applied a rule here, which was well done, mashallah. So can you tell me what type of rule was it?
Nasal sound,
Yes, and for how long?
2 seconds.
Yes, well done. Jazakallah. Can I request for another student?
Yes, can we try? NG3093.
G3093. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
She's in the toilet right now, so can I read for her?
Yes.
Or can I have a turn?
What's your ID?
AG3089.
3089. Okay. Which surah are you going to recite for me?
Surah Ma'un.
Okay. So can you recite it with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah?
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يهد على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Okay. Jazakallah, mashallah. You recited very well. So let's look at some things we can learn. Your tajweed was very good, mashallah. I would just like to ask you, I think you pronounce this la with a thick sound. Is it correct?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. So only when we have the word Allah, we pronounce it thick or thin, considering the fatha dhamma kasra. But with the normal la, we pronounce it normally. Salah.
Yeah.
So the saw here, do we pronounce it thick or thin?
Tick.
Yes, so it's a tafkhim letter. So we pronounce sa thick and la normally. So can you recite from alladhi again?
الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون.
Yes, that's perfect. Well done. Jazakallah. Can I?
My sister is back, so can
Oh,
she?
yes, your sister is back. Yes, she can read.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Which surah are you going to recite for me?
Surah Quraysh.
Okay, so can you start with Tawaz and Tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Okay, Jazakallah, well done. Your hifz was also very nice and your tajweed as well. So let's look at some rules we can learn. Do you know what type of mud this is?
Big mud.
Yes, so it's al-maddul kabir. And do you know for how long do we prolong it for?
5 to 6 seconds.
Yes, that's right. And here as well, the alif, it carries a stroke. What type of stroke is it?
Kasra Shbaya.
Yeah, so it's kasra ishbaya. And for how long do we prolong it for?
2.
2 seconds, that's right. So make sure that elongation is put at the right places, especially in the mud. We have to make sure that we prolong it for more than 4 seconds here in Al-Maddul Kabir. So can you recite it again from here?
إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
Well done, that was perfect. Jazakallah. So can I request for another student, please?
Yes, can we try AG3077?
AG3077. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you tell me which surah are you going to recite for me?
Surah Al-Fil.
Okay, so can you start with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في التضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Okay, Jazakallah. So let's look at some rules we can practice. Here you can see it is faja'alahum. Can you pronounce it again? Faja'alahum.
فجعلهم.
No, we do not combined fa and ja. It's فَجَعَلَهُمْ.
فَجَعَلَهُمْ
Yes, that's a bit better. And كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ.
كَعَصْفٍ مَعْقُولٍ
Yes, that's better. Also, I've heard that you're prolonging a bit of fatha and kasra and dhamma. So make sure that we do not prolong these strokes as it changes the meaning, especially here, fa'ala.
فَعَلَ
Yes, fa'ala, we have to make sure that it's only prolonged for 1 second. So can you recite it again from alam tara kaifa?
أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِأَصْحَابِ الْفِيلِ
Okay, that's a bit better. And here as well, do you know what type of rule applies here in fi?
يَمَدْ
Yes. So for how long do we prolong it for?
2 seconds.
Yes. So can you recite it from alam yaj'al again by following this rule?
أَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ كَيْدَهُمْ فِي تَضْلِيلٍ
Okay, Jazakallah, that's a bit better. So keep practicing this at home and make sure that you do not prolong any fatha dhamma kasra.
Okay.
Okay?
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, Jazakallah. So let me see. Okay, so now we are moving towards the end of our class. So I will just quickly go through the homework. So I want all the students to memorize Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 15 to 17, and keep revising chapter 1, 105 to 114, and chapter 2, verse 1 to 14. And also there's a rule quest for in Ayatul Kursi. So for age 6 to 7, I want you to search for extended elongation in Ayatul Kursi, which is Maddu Saghir and Maddul Kabir. Maddu Saghir is prolonged for 3 to 5 seconds and Maddul Kabir for 4 to 6 seconds. And ages 8 to 9 to look out for Ishbaya strokes, which are prolonged for 2 seconds. And ages 10 to 12 should look out for normal elongation, which is waw sakin and ya sakin and maftuh, which is prolonged for 2 seconds. So make sure that you revise the surahs and look out for all the rules that are mentioned here. So we will like to end our class with the prayer. Can I request the support teacher to please pick a student for that?
Yes, can we have NG3086?
And G3086. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So can you recite this prayer for me with tawaz and tasmiyah followed by English translation?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم حمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakallah. So inshallah, see everyone in our next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.